BPD is a complex condition that affects how individuals regulate their emotions and interact with others. How many videos have you watched explaining borderline personality disorder is caused by several factors? How many of them covered factors outside of your parents and childhood trauma? Well, here's the missing piece I'd like to add to your knowledge bank. Watch to the end to learn how neurobiology contributes to BPD. Get ready to be enlightened as we delve into the roles of specific brain structures thought to contribute to the condition. Our brain's incredible ability to adapt and change, known as neuroplasticity, plays a crucial role in forming and modifying connections between neurons. However, individuals with BPD often have connections that were established early on and are exceptionally strong. This makes it challenging to alter them as these strategies stop working. Let's consider Jim's experiences. Jim's parents would offer him a delicious ice cream treat if he cleaned his room. Jim would eagerly comply, motivated by the reward. However, there were times when his parents checked the fridge at ice cream time but didn't find any. Jim's trust was shattered, and a meltdown ensued. Whether his parents were mistaken or lying, this particular event left a lasting impact on his brain. These repeated incidents strengthened the connections related to trust and emotions in Jim's mind. Our brains naturally prioritize self-protection, making it difficult to change these deeply ingrained pathways. Strong connections are made when events are meaningful. There are many layers in this interaction that influence the formation of this pathway in Jim's brain. Imagine if Jim naturally experiences intense emotions, or if his parents excel at soothing him, or even if these disappointments occurred daily, leading to Jim being mocked by others. Genetic, biological, social, and environmental factors all contribute to the presence of these connections. Science is not quite settled on the chicken or the egg, as in whether the mind is predisposed to these settings or develops these settings. But we are going to share what the field is learning about the interplay between neurobiology and our experiences. Research has revealed notable differences in the brains of individuals with borderline personality disorder, particularly in areas responsible for regulating emotions, social interaction, memory development, and cognitive control. Brain structures driving each of these elements plays a unique role in shaping our experiences, behaviors, and ability to adapt to new information. Let's start with gray matter. Generally, this is the outer soup with so many of our neurons. The quality of our gray matter allows us to process and send information to different parts of the body. It has been shown to be less dense in those with BPD. This is especially the case in the emotional processing areas of the brain. Gray matter are the connections formed during childhood, thus having a lot of emotional activation. As you are growing up may give your brain less time to develop the connections of this core structure, when the body is busy being inundated with feelings and survival. They rely on the paths first created rather than having opportunities to make new ones. On to the amygdala, a primal part of the brain responsible for processing emotions. In individuals with BPD, the amygdala often displays heightened sensitivity. It tends to be more powerful in individuals with BPD. Think of Jim's amygdala as an emotional alarm system that can get triggered more easily compared to others. This heightened sensitivity contributes to the emotional intensity experienced by individuals with BPD. In our example, Jim's amygdala may have been set to go off anytime someone makes a commitment to him or asks him to do something that takes his time and effort. Now, let's shift our focus to the hippocampus, a brain structure vital for memory formation and emotional processing. How did you pass science in school? You probably got yourself in a calm state and trained yourself to remember facts. Sometimes you may have even related the facts to things you like or enjoy, like seeing a baby hippo on a campus recording information. The hippocampus allows us to learn new information and safely file old memories away. In some individuals with BPD, the hippocampus may be smaller and not function optimally when emotions are running high. Imagine Jim trying to learn something new while overwhelmed by intense emotions. It becomes challenging for his hippocampus to encode and retrieve memories effectively, hindering his ability to engage in new learning experiences. So when Jim goes to school and has a new teacher, he might learn really well from them. But when his teacher reminds him of his parents, He might have the alarm system ringing and stopping him from focusing on the new information during class and with his peers. Another critical brain structure is the anterior cingulate cortex, ACC, which helps regulate emotions and supports cognitive control. The ACC acts as a bridge between emotions and decision-making. Here we are deciding who am I and what am I feeling. In individuals with BPD, the ACC may undergo changes in response to active feelings. If Jim's ACC is affected, he may struggle to exercise control, delay impulses, and learn from mistakes. He might not have the words to express what he's feeling or challenge assumptions from those feelings. So when the teacher he doesn't like offers extra credit, he might just throw out the assignment, not realizing feelings he is being taken advantage of have activated and are driving his decision. Additionally, our interactions with caregivers greatly influence the development of this brain circuitry. Jim's ability to regulate his emotions and exercise cognitive control relies on healthy behaviors modeled by his caregivers. They can also be influenced by having caregivers who were attuned or understood what he needed and was able to give it to him. If he doesn't develop or maintain these healthier ways of interacting and perceiving, he will be more likely to get stuck on the negative. The brain structures we've discussed so far are essential components of several interconnected brain networks, including the salience network, default mode network, and executive control network. These networks work together to shape our experiences and behaviors, and disruptions within them can impact individuals with BPD. Imagine the salience network as a coach guiding Jim's attention and determining which facts and events are crucial for him to pay attention to. It helps him decide which behaviors might be necessary and which network requires the information at any given moment. However, disruptions within this network can lead to difficulties in prioritizing and regulating attention, making it challenging for Jim to focus on the most relevant information. The salience network is also the gatekeeper, which determines which of the other two networks should get information first. The default mode network, on the other hand, becomes active when Jim's mind wanders and he's not actively engaged in tasks. It encompasses thoughts about self-identity and the problems that capture Jim's attention when he's not occupied. Imbalances within this network can contribute to persistent negative self-perception and rumination, common features in individuals with BPD. Lastly, the executive control network takes charge when Jim is actively pursuing his goals and requires focused attention. It plays a crucial role in decision-making and cognitive control. If disruptions occur within this network, Jim may struggle with impulse control, making it difficult to navigate his daily life effectively. So for example, when Jim is in class with the teacher that reminds him of the broken ice cream promise, his salience network might prioritize sending information to his default mode network. There he's less likely to shift his attention to other goals or try new ways to solve his problems. Whereas when more information is sent to the executive control, he is able to see his value in the situation and depersonalize what the teacher is saying. When the executive network is working well, then he will consider his goal of getting an A and be more likely to take the steps to get there. Each of these networks need to be well connected. Each of these structures need to be balanced. When this is the case, we can shift our attention to what's important, stop ourselves from making quick decisions, and keep our feelings from being too much. With BPD, the brain structures may need extra love to operate smoothly. Whether these neurobiological differences in BPD arise from childhood trauma or inherent vulnerabilities is still being explored. However, what we do know is that engaging in therapeutic approaches like transference-focused psychotherapy and dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, can positively impact the brain's agility, meaning improved ability to regulate emotions and foster new perspectives. For example, DBT, one of the most effective treatments for BPD, promotes neuroplasticity. As individuals successfully regulate their emotions and navigate relationships, their minds become more open to learning new ways of being. Think of it as Jim learning to soothe his amygdala, allowing him to perceive and process information that's really important in each situation. With time, Jim gains the ability to make decisions that align with his well-being. Understanding the neurobiological causes of borderline personality disorder provides valuable insights into this complex condition. By exploring the roles of various brain structures and networks, we gain a deeper understanding of how BPD affects individuals like Jim. Remember, therapy and personal growth can positively impact the brain's ability to regulate emotions and reshape our perspectives. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, click the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content on mental health. Tell the world about your hippocampus in the comments. Take care, and we'll catch you in the next video.